Hello, hello. Now is it audible, my friends? Please confirm in the chat box. Now is it audible? Hello. Everybody please confirm in the chat box whether it's audible or not. Now I think it should work. Yes, I can also see that my voice is audible now. Can you please confirm? Yes. So let's start with question number 1 related to leadership style. Okay, and just give me a small minute. I will have to go back and tell you regarding the free ebooks. Once you download this particular ebook, you will get the detailed syllabus for the PFRDA Grade A exam. And if you download this particular ebook for IFSC Grade A exam, you will get the access to previous year question. The link to download these two free ebook is given in the description box below. Now let's start with the question number 1. Okay. In democratic leadership, a manager encourages staff to be a part of decision making and keeps staff informed about everything that affects the work and share decision making and problem solving responsibilities. Democratic leadership, as you all know, that there is a very famous personality in management, Kurt Lewin. Kurt Lewin has given you three types of leadership. First you have is autocratic, then you have is democratic, then my friend is your laissez-faire. Okay, so all these leaderships are very, very important to you. Now the question is asking you which of the following is also known as a democratic leadership. So there are multiple synonyms of democratic leadership. First one is shared, because over here leader shares some power with the different team members. Leader also invites certain kind of participation and decision making. At the same time, before making the final decision, leader do consults. So all these are indeed the correct name of the democratic leadership. Therefore the correct answer over here will be option number D. Okay, moving forward to the next question. This is the explanation which you can read once you get the PDF of the PDF of this particular class, which will be shared on our Telegram channel. The link to subscribe to our channel Telegram channel is again given in the description box below. Moving forward to question number 2. Now over here we are checking your concept related to laissez-faire leadership. Laissez-faire leadership, which is also known as delegative, not democratic, it is known as delegative, or a free leadership. Here the leader manages, here the leader here the leader or a manager hoga, or a manager provides a little or no direction and gives staff as much as freedom as possible. This type of leadership styles can be used in which of the following situation. So in your laissez-faire leadership, which was again the concept which was given by Kurt Lewin, under laissez-faire you allow as a person, you basically give all the freedom to the group members to make their decision. You as a leader don't interfere in their decision making process. So you over here, or you are basically a leader or a manager over here, just act as a contact man. Now what is contact man? Like for example, if my group is facing some problem, then I can go and talk to my leader. But if everything is easily understandable, then definitely there is no role of any leader. Leader just exists for the namesake purpose. Now you can use delegative leadership or laissez-faire leadership when your staff is highly experienced, yes, because they can handle the problems by themselves. Environment is highly stable, yes, you can use delegative leadership over there as well, because everything is stable, so you don't have to interfere, right? Followers have pride in their work and drive to do it successfully on their own. So this is also correct. Why? Because followers or the team members, they can do the work themselves. They are self-managed. They are our self-managed team who are capable of managing everything. Yes. So if you have self-managing people in your team, then you can give them as much freedom as possible. So definitely the correct answer has to be option number E. If the staff is unskilled, then you have to use autocratic leadership, not laissez-faire leadership. With the help of autocratic leadership, you can keep a direct supervision on your team members and you can skill them accordingly. So when the staff is unskilled, I cannot use laissez-faire leadership. Moving forward to the next question, you can read the explanation once you get the PDF. Now, question number 3, identify the leadership style wherein the leader expects loyalty and trust from employees, and it involves a dominant authority figure who act as a patriarch or a matriarch and treat employees as a partner through they are members of a large and extended family. So over here they have given you a good introduction to one particular specific leadership style. By that word, when you read patriarch, matriarch, employees having a dominant authority, and members of an extended family. So this can be a level of phase 1 paper 2, but such questions will not appear in phase 2 paper 2. Do remember it, okay? In phase 1 paper 2, you can find such easy questions which are full of all the keywords. So the correct answer over here will be option number B. Paternalistic leadership. Servant leadership, it was given by Robert Greenleaf, right? And democratic leadership, Kurt Levin. Shared leadership, democratic leadership are kind of same. Collaborative, again, you can say that there are some differences between democratic and collaborative, but on a large, they look same on the paper. So over here, the correct answer will be option number B, paternalistic leadership. In paternalistic leadership, you have a kind of a family head, and that particular family head controls the entire family. Okay, for example, if you go into some small companies, okay, so they have like dominant authority and they act as a patriarch or a matriarch. Okay, if a person is a male, then patriarch. If a person is a female, then matriarch. And this particular person controls the entire organization, but he or she is not that much autocratic. Okay, they make sure that they are having the extended family of their employees. So the correct answer will be option number B. So this is how a patriarchy looks like. You have a dominant authority who takes care of all the family members of the company. Simple. Next question is question number 4, which we have taken from a very important leadership theory, Blake and Mountain managerial grid. In Blake and Mountain managerial grid, we all know that there are 5 types of leaderships, right? So which of the following leadership style is such where a manager encourages teamwork and commitment among employees? Work is accomplished from the committed people under mutual respect and trust. So you have to identify that particular kind of leadership style where a manager encourages teamwork and commitment among employees. So you have high level of teamwork. At the same time, you have high level commitment also. Plus, you are also getting your work accomplished. So this can be only one leadership style, which is also known as best in the case, and that is known as team management style. So your answer will be option number E. By the way, those who don't know what managerial grid is, in managerial grid, on the x-axis you take the task responsibility, on y-axis you take the people responsibility, right? So there are 5 types of leadership which can happen. First is 1,1 or 0,0. Some people call it as 1,1, 0,0, but largely in books it is given as 1,1. So over here it's like you are very low in handling people. At the same time, you are very low when it comes to the task. You are not able to focus on people also. You are not able to focus on task also. Then you have something which we call it as 9,1. In 9,1, you give the highest priority to the task, and for you, people don't matter. The people, by people, I mean people's emotion. Okay. Then there is something which we call it as 1,9. Over here, you are a country club manager. Country club manager means what? That you are so much into people emotions and you do not focus on the work. Then you have middle in the road also. Middle in the road basically means that you balances everything out. So your score will be 5,5, and then comes your 9,9. 9,9 is like best. You are able to handle the task also. At the same time, you are also able to handle the people's demand. So the answer over here will be option number E. Good. Now coming to question number 5. Identify the leadership style wherein the leader puts the need of first and helps to people to develop, perform as high as possible. These type of leader turn the pyramid upside down. Power pyramid. Power pyramid upside down means what? That this is a pyramid. So over here the leader will sit. Okay. Over here the leader will sit, and then the followers will just listen to that particular leader. Okay. But in the case of this particular leadership, leader comes at the downmost position and leader listen to all the fellow employees. So power pyramid is turned upside down. Instead of people working to serve the leader, leader serves the people. Such kind of leaderships are known as servant leadership. So your answer over here will be option number A, and servant leadership was given by Robert Greenleaf. Examples of servant leadership can be what? Dalai Lama, Mother Teresa. You have multiple other Kailash Sarthi. They can be your classic examples of your, I would say, what? Servant leadership style. Okay, basic leadership style कुछ नहीं होता है. This was just given to confuse you. Shared, collaborative, democratic, we have all discussed. Those who don't know between the difference between democratic and collaborative. In collaborative, there are multiple teams like sales department, purchase department, inventory department, and they all collaborate. It's like we instead of I. Okay, so this is the major difference between democratic and collaborative. In democratic, the major thing is that you share the power, but in collaborative, it might be or not be. Okay, moving forward to the next I would say topic. This the answer over here is servant. This I have shared with you. Now coming to question number 6. Question number 6, my friend. In which type of leadership theory there is a dynamic relationship between the leader and its follower, and it explains how those relationships can either contribute to growth or hold people back. So in this type of leadership, there is a dynamic relation. Dynamic means what? Something which changes. Something which changes. So in which of the leadership theory there is a dynamic relationship between a leader and a follower, and it explains how those relationships can either contribute to growth or hold people back. Now such type of leadership theory was given by transactional approach. Transactional. Now those who don't know what transactional is, you need to revise. Okay. Under transactional approach, we have vertical diad linkage theory. Now what happens over here is a leader will be there and leader will try to make in-group and out-group. In-group basically is consistent of all those people who are very close to leader. So for example, these are the employees who are very close to leader. Okay. But there is an out-group also. This outer circle represents what? Out-group. Out-group पे भी employees होंगे, but they are not that much connected to the leader. Okay, so if you fall in group, leader will like you, leader will give you all the important tasks, leader will give you higher salary also. But if you are in out group, then definitely you do not have that much connection or that much repute with the leader. So this is what dynamic relationships are. Like person can move from in group to out group to in group. So these relationships can keep changing. Therefore, the answer over here is vertical diad linkage theory. Okay, so this is how the leader performs. This is the leader, and then leader has in group and out group. Employees coming in out groups are not that much connected to the employee, but the employees coming in group are connected to the leader on a personal level. Moving forward to question number 7. Question number 7. Ram is an employee working in recognized MNC. On daily basis, he faces many new different situations and he sometimes end up making wrong decisions. Therefore, he visited his mentor house and his mentor advised him to use dash during a low stress situation. Now, if you all know that in your leadership, there is a theory which we call it as cognitive resource theory. Cognitive resource theory was given to you by Joe Gracia and Fred Fiedler, right? Now, if you see over here in cognitive resource theory, the major deciding factor that whether you have to use which kind of leadership style depends upon stress. If stress is high, then you use experience. If stress is low, then you use your intelligence, the mental aptitude. Okay. So if stress is low, then definitely you have to use your intelligence. Therefore, the correct answer will be option number D. Okay, but if stress is high, you have to use your experience, like say about MS Dhoni. If MS Dhoni faces a very high stressful situation, he would like to think that what he has done in the past. So he will be using his past experiences. But when things are very easy, things are not that much tough, then you can use your basic intelligence and solve the problem. So therefore, the correct answer over here will be option number D. Okay. Moving forward to the next question, question number 8. Answer this question. This is quite interesting question to answer. Now, police officers plays a central role in the law enforcement system. They monitor criminal activity, take part in the community patrols, respond to emergency calls, issue tickets and make arrests, investigate crimes and testify in court as needed. The criminals and common man are so fearful of the police, and it is fear that keeps them enforcing in laws. Which type of power police is using as per Raven 5 form of powers? So as we all know that in Raven we have 5 form of powers, right? We have reward, expert, referent, coercive and legitimate. Reward power is basically that you have the ability to give a lot of reward to your employee. Therefore, your employee will listen to you. For example, if I can give you a Mercedes or if I can give you an Audi, then definitely you will listen to me because I have a reward power. Expert power basically means that you are an expert of that particular field. For example, you talk about chartered accountant peoples, you talk about doctors, you talk about lawyers. Why you listen to them? Because they are expert in their respective fields. So you listen to them and definitely they have that particular power, so they can give you the command also. For example, you will never debate with a doctor. Like, why doctor you are doing this to me? Doctor says and you do it. Simple. Then comes your referent power. Referent power comes from your, I would say, some X factor. Like not everybody can become Tim Cook. Not everybody can become, I would say, some Virat Kohli, because you have some referent power, because they have some referent power. Referent power basically means what? That you have some X factor in you, and because of that particular X factor, people are listening to you. For example, Virat Kohli, see the passion which he has for fitness and game, right? Coercive power basically comes from what? Punishments. Like you have the ability to give punishment to anybody, therefore that particular person will listen to you. For example, the Hitler, Kim Jong-un, they have very high coercive powers. Why? Because the moment you do not listen to them, they will punish you. Legitimate power comes from the law of the land. For example, President of India, right? Why will you listen to President of India? Because she is currently having the highest position as per the power of law. She is the first resident of the India, right? Now over here, police is not using any, I would say what, force. Like you would be confused between coercive and legitimate only, but the correct answer will be option number E over here. Okay, why? Because over here, if you see, police officers are not using any specific force. They are not punishing you. Okay, they will only punish you if you do something wrong. Okay, which is not the case which is mentioned in the paragraph which is given to you. They are just enforcing the laws. And why they have the power? Because the Constitution of India gives them the power. Right? So therefore the answer over here will be legitimate. They have the legitimate power. But yes, if the question says that police is using the force, police is using the lathi charge, police is using the third level treatment, in that case your answer will be coercive. But over here, nothing of, I would say, specific coercive is written, therefore the correct answer will be option number E. Okay, and we have discussed all the 5 form of powers given by, I would say, French and Raven. Now moving to question number 9. Management can be defined as a cog in a wheel. Today workers are not just motivated by the wages, they have social and psychological needs too. In the same regard, identify the key objectives of management. Very easy question. This is the level of, I would say, what, PFRDA Grade A Phase 1 Paper 2. These questions won't come in PFRDA Grade A Phase 2 Paper 2. Remember that. Okay. Yes, very good, Saima. Question number 9. And in question number 8, I can see Harshal was also correct. Okay, Prachi has given D, but your answer will be E. Now let's talk about question number 9. Management can be defined as a cog in a wheel. Today workers are not just motivated by the wages, they have social and psychological needs also. In the same regard, identify the key objectives of management. Now we all know that management is generally divided, or management is generally driven by objectives. Okay, so there are 3 types of objectives: social objective, personal and economics. Okay, even if you see, organizational objective is one of the kind. If you see, my friend, the first category is your what? Organizational objectives only, which is also known as economic objectives. In organizational and economic objectives, you look for survival, profit and growth. Okay, these are also known as frontline goals. These are also known as frontline goals. Then you move to the second objective, which is social objective. In social objective, you try to do what? You try to help the society in the best manner as possible. Okay. And then comes your personal objectives. Personal objectives are like personal ambitions of everybody. Like today, a manager who is working in my company, he might have his own personal goal that I have to reach to the target of, let's say, 1 crore salary by the age of 40. Right? So these are different objectives. Therefore, the correct answer over here will be option number E, because organizational and economic are the same one. Okay. Now, if you see the correct, I would say, image also, organizational, economics, survival, profit and growth, social objectives and personal objectives. So the 3 are the main objectives of the company. Now, if you know the difference between objective and goal, then please, once the video completes, do drop your comment. I will be more than happy to read it. Moving forward to question number 10. Sir, एक doubt है. Please ask your doubt. Don't worry. If I have the knowledge to address your doubt, I will be more than happy to do it. Question number 10. Every business organization, irrespective of its size, has many managerial positions in its structure. These positions are created through the process of delegation of authority from top to lower level. On which level of management, ideally a foreman should come. Foreman is that particular person who is working on the lower level of management. Foreman basically checks for your supervision. Okay, lower level is also known as operational level. So in some books, it is also known as tactical level. So the correct answer over here will be option number C. Let me see the chat box. What is the correct answer for question number 10, my friends? The answer has to be option number C. Okay, low level management. And if I ask you where will journal manager will come, in that case he will come at the top level. In your middle level you have all the departmental heads I mean. For example, sales departmental head, purchase department head, inventory department head, likewise. Okay, so the correct answer will be option number C over here. C will be the right answer. Okay, so this is the levels of management. Generally there are three levels, right? So you have top, middle and low. If I give you one question for homework, do let me know the other name of middle level manager. Okay, like lower को तो हम लोग operational भी बोलते हैं, right? Because they are working on daily operations. What is the other name of middle level? So I have given you two questions. The first one is related to the difference between goals and objective, and the second one is related to the other name of middle level manager. Moving forward to question number 11. Question number 11 says what? Scientific management is sometimes known as Taylorism after its founder, Frederick Wilson Taylor. Taylor is also known as the father of scientific management. From the following principle of scientific management, identify the principle which relates to mental revolution. First of all, what is mental revolution? Mental revolution basically means what, my friend, that you and your, I would say, superior, they both have changed their perspective related to each other. For example, if I say I hate my boss says I hate you as well. So definitely there will be a feeling of hatred which is mutual for you and for your boss. But if you follow the process of mental revolution, by mental revolution I mean you change your mindset. Your boss will say it's okay, I have a good employee. Your employee will say yes, I have a good boss as well. So this is mental revolution and it falls under the category of, I would say what? Yes, cooperation, not individualism. Cooperation, not individualism basically means what? That you look for teamwork and you do not work for just your personal gains. Okay, so personal gains are avoided and you look for teamwork. Okay, so the correct answer of this question will be option number C. Science, not the rule of thumb, basically explains you that everything needs to be done through logic. You cannot just use the method of hit and trial. That is not allowed in scientific management. Harmony, not discord, basically means what? That you have to be peaceful. You have to be peaceful. Okay. Corporation, not individualism. Teamwork and not personal gains. Development of each and every personnel to the highest potential level. This basically means that you will skill up all of your employees. Okay. Human skills was just given to confuse you. So answer will be option number C, which we have discussed. Question number 12. Taylor has proposed various techniques. By Taylor, I mean F.W. Taylor. Okay. F.W. Taylor has proposed various techniques for applying scientific management. Identify such techniques of scientific management which helps the management in bringing the much needed specialization, and it also helps in doing quality supervision. So once you do quality supervision and you are having a specialization also. So what technique was proposed by F.W. Taylor? The correct answer will be functional foremanship, which is your option number B. Okay, option number B is correct over here. Scientific supervision means nothing. Functional supervision means nothing. Science, I have explained you, this is a principle and not a technique. Functional low-level manager, this was all just given to confuse you. Now, what is functional foremanship? Functional foremanship looks like this. That under a factory manager, you will have two different heads. Planning and in charge, production and in charge. Planning and in charge will do all the scheduling. Right, production and in charge will do the all the activities. Okay, under production and in charge there are four people. Under planning and in charge again there are four people. So let's say Ram, who was working in the company, he faced some problem related to scheduling. So he will come to this particular side and ask his question. Okay, for example, Sham, he was also working in some company. He was not able to start the machine. So he will go to the repair boss, who is a part of the production team. So this is how you try to make sure that you have different managers in the lowest level, which is your functional foremanship. Remember, foreman is always a low level manager job. Okay, moving to question number 13. Henry Fayol, who was also considered as a father of modern operational management or administrative management, he was a French mining engineer who has given the world famous 14 principles of management based on his management experiences. Which principle of Henry Fayol explains that employees should receive orders from only one superior? So if you have a team of, let's say, 3 people, Henry Fayol said that these 3 people should receive orders from just one superior. It should not be like that there are 2 superiors who are giving the command to the team of 3 people or to the team of higher number of people as well. So it's like one employee should have one boss only. So this principle was named as what? Unity of command. Now don't get confused between unity and action and orders. These were just given to confuse you. Okay, smooth order of command means nothing. Okay, unity of direction, yes, this is the principle number 5. Unity of command is principle number 4 of Henry Fayol. Unity of direction basically means what? All the departments in my company, whether it's purchase department, sales department, inventory department, accounting department, they all should follow one goal of the company. So this is what unity of direction is. Like every department, every employee, every organization should follow just one objective of the company. Okay, but unity of command explains you what? Only one employee should have one boss. As simple as that. There should be no 2 bosses. This is what the theme of this particular question is, and the answer will be option number C, unity of command. Okay, so this is unity of direction and this is your unity of command. Moving forward to question number 14. Question number 14, who will give me the right answer? In the field of management, who is considered as the father of human relation schools or human relation models of management? Linkert Lewis, Keith Davis, Joe Gracia, Abraham Maslow, or Elton Mayo? So what will be your correct answer for question number 14? This is a very basic question. Yes, the correct answer will be Elton Mayo. Elton Mayo is considered as the father of human relation schools. And then there is a person, Chester Bernard also. Chester Bernard is also associated to one particular school. Can you please let me know the name of that particular school in the chat box or in the comment box? Human relation was given by Elton Mayo only. He said that people should be encouraged in the company. You should not just focus on the task, rather you should focus on the employees also. So answer will be option number D. But my question to you is that when it comes to management, there is one more person, Chester Bernard. Chester Bernard has given you social school of management, you can say. Okay, so the correct answer over here will be option number D. Question number 15. Yes, social system. Thank you so much, Alex. Question number 15. Identify the function of management which deals with the process of initiating plan by clarifying jobs and working relationship among the organizational members to achieve the organization objectives. It is the function in which the synchronization and combination of human, physical, and financial resources takes place. So you have question number 15 in front of your eyes. Please take some effort to address it. Now there are 5 functions of management. We all know you start with planning, then you move to organizing, then you move to controlling, then directing. Okay, so I think this is wrong. Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling hoga, right? So you do planning, then organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Directing also has 4 components, right? So you have leadership, motivation, supervision, and communication. So try to answer this question. Over here you are doing what? Synchronization and combination of multiple resources. So your answer will be organizing. In organizing, you put all the resources on the table and you ask yourself that what I have to achieve my plans, because in planning you set the standards, but in organizing you implement, you start implementing those plans and you check that whether I have the needed resources or not. So the correct answer over here will be option number C. Let me see the chat box who all are giving the right answer. 15th C, very good, Harshal, Rishi, Prachi and Saima as well. Good. Now we are moving to question number 16. In the field of management, identify the concept which explains the obligation to carry out responsibility and exercise authority in the term of performance standard. It means giving explanation for any variance in the actual performance from the expectations set. Good question, I would say. In the field of management, identify the concept which explains the obligation to carry out responsibility. Okay, now if I read it again, obligation सिर्फ एक में ही आता है, that is accountability. Okay, if you know, delegation has 3 components: authority, responsibility, and accountability. Authority means the power, right? Responsibility means the duty to do that particular part. But if you have accountability, then you are obligated to do that particular part. So the answer over here will be what? The answer over here will be accountability. And if you do something wrong, you have to explain to your superior that why you have done something wrong. So if there is any variance, then accountability will come into the picture. And yes, if you know, authority moves downward. Okay, authority moves downward. Responsibility and accountability moves upward. And please remember, accountability can be delegated. Responsibility can partially be delegated, not completely. And your accountability can never be delegated. All these are important questions which you should remember. Moving forward to 17. Objective is short term, goal is long term, just like mission and vision. Yes, very good. Objective is specific, goal is open ended. Okay, for example, if I say I have to lose weight, this is my goal. But if I have to lose 10 kgs in next coming 1 month, this will be my objective. Okay. What kind of role a manager is performing when he is representing the company in all the industry meetings? Now, if you know, a very important topic in your management is Henry Mitzberg, 10 roles of the manager, which are categorized in 3 categories: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. चलिए, question number 17. What kind of role the manager is performing when he is representing the company in all the industry meetings? Monitor हो नहीं सकता है, because in monitor you try to gather the information. Demonstrator में you try to distribute the information. Spokesperson में you keep the view of the company's perspective to the outside media. Figurehead, yes, this will be your right answer, option number D. Once you are a figurehead, you try to represent the company in all the official functions. Okay, you try to represent the company in all the official functions. So the correct answer will be option number D. And if you see Mintzberg management role, in interpersonal you have figurehead, leader, and licensing. Figurehead means you are representing the company. Leader means you are leading the company. Licensing means that you are establishing some outside network so that it can benefit for you and it can benefit your company as well. Informational mein you try to first gather the information through monitoring. Disseminator basically means that you distribute the information inside the company. Spokesperson basically means that you are distributing the information outside the company, like media houses. Interpersonal, first is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur basically means that you are taking risk, you are innovating something for your business. Disturbance handler, it's very easy to understand, you are just making sure that you are reducing the conflict. Resource allocator basically means what? That you are trying to allocate the resource to different departments. Negotiator basically means that you are trying to get your deals done. Simple, right? Now let's address PFRD Grade A Phase 2 2021 question. Now this is a paper, this is a Phase 2 Paper 2. Phase 2 Paper 2 of 2021. Which of the following leaders' roles involves being a source of information for one group, acting as their leader, engaging in licensing? Now they have clearly written source of inspiration, leader, licensing. All this comes in your interpersonal, right? All this comes in your interpersonal. So the correct answer will be option number A itself. Informational is all about taking information, gathering information, and sharing it. Decisions when you try to make some decisions. But the correct answer over here will be option number A. Okay, which is very basic. So if you see in phase 2 also, you can get some easy lollipop questions. So try to grab them as much as possible. Next question. Second last I would say. The second last question. In human resource development, which of the following deals with the employee's motivation, wherein employees are motivated by giving them increased responsibility and variety in their jobs? In human resource development, which of the following deals with employees motivation, wherein employees are motivated by giving the increased responsibility and variety in their job? Now over here you need to understand that we are dealing with job enrichment. Job enrichment means what? That you are giving some meaningful work. And if you see employees are motivated by giving them increased responsibility. So previously you were working, let's say, as clerk, but now if I say that you are working as an officer, so I have increased responsibility on you. So this is a classic example of job enrichment. This is a classic example of job enrichment. So the answer over here will be job enrichment. Okay. Let's move ahead to next question, which is the last question of our day. In human resource management, identify the technique where there is an increase in the number of tasks. Now it is clearly written increase in the number of tasks. Whether responsibility, whether promotion, or whether anything else has happened or not, that we don't know. So if you increase the task, this is known as job enlargement. Job enlargement basically is horizontal. You are working as a sales department. Now the people want you to work in purchase also. So this is a classic example of job enlargement. What is job enrichment? You move up the ladder. So this is known as vertical loading. Vertical loading. Okay, so there are multiple concepts which I can explain you, but the time is limited and we are revising over here. The correct answer of question number 20 is option number A. And mind you, my friends, EduTap is launching the live classes for both the courses, IFSCA also and PFRDA also. So if you want to join our courses, now is the best time. Please do not focus on the discounts which are given on the screen. You can directly go on our website. If you have to directly go on our website, you can go over here. Like if I come over here, you can just say, you can just write EduTap, and if you click on EduTap, you will be directed on our courses PFRDA Grade A and IFSCA. So if you see, we are currently running 70% off on PFRD Silver and Gold, plus the test series is also launched. Okay, you will get live classes in PFRD Grade A Silver and in Gold also. Moreover, in the IFSCA courses, again the courses are launched for you. You will again get live classes in both the courses except starter pack. Moreover, my friend, EduTap is planning to introduce one, I would say, combo course also for your, I would say, IFSC and PFRDA, which will be available to you in the best manner as possible. Crash course of PFRD Grade A will be available to you today at 5 p.m. We are launching the same at today 5 p.m. Okay, cool. So that's it. Now I will meet you tomorrow. Till then, be happy and stay safe. And if you need any extra help from EduTap, then please let us know in the comment box. Bye bye and have a good day ahead. If you have any doubt, then please post it in the comment box. I will be more than happy to take it.